Oh, hello, glad you stopped by. You betcha. Just checking out my beef sticks and beef jerky. Make sure I got enough for Heritage Days. That's the big wingding once a year here in McCook, Nebraska. And so I want to be ready for it, because I got a lot of quarter beef jerky and beef sticks that I'll be selling that day, along with my 25-cent snow cones. Yep. Well, did you hear the news? The news is that young gentleman that killed that teenager not too far back, he plea bargained out. He's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. The rest of his life in prison. Too bad they don't send him over to China. China said they'll take care of our criminals over there for $3,000 a year compared to the $30,000 they spend in this state for each inmate. But that's not for me to say. Where I'm on the bottom of the pay scale, nobody's going to listen to me. But needless to say, it'll be some closure. It'll be some closure for the family, the friends, and for this town. And back then, about a week after the murder, I told the story. And I had quite a few people tell me that it helped. And so I'd like to tell that story one more time to help finish out the closure of sending him to prison and to make things maybe just a little bit easier. But also so people don't forget, because the public's kind of good at that. Some years before that murder, I had 4 little kids come up to my candy truck over there at the pool, and they said, "Mr. Bill," and they held out the hand. They had 43 cents in it, and they said, "Can you pretend that 43 cents is 50 cents?" I said, "Yeah, I can do that." And they said, "Well, we'd like a bottle of water." So I handed them out the bottle of water, and then they said, "Can we have 1 cup?" And I said, "There's 4 of you. I'll give you 4 cups." And they said, "No, it's not for us." And they turned around and they pointed over to a yellow lab dog. Now, you could tell he was old. His eyes were sunk in his head, had gray whiskers, arthritis in him and everything. And to add to the woes of that poor dog, it was a plus 100-degree day. His old tongue was hanging out. Miserable dog. He was having a tough time. And I said to them little kids, I said, "Well, whose dog is it?" And they said, "We don't know, but we're going to give him a drink of water." And without another word, off they went. Well, what does that story have to do with the murder of that teenage girl some years later? Yep. Those little kids that gave up their treat money so an old stray dog could have a cold drink on a hot day. One of those kids was that girl that got murdered. We have a lot of special kids in this town, and she was one of them. Now I bet your town's got a bunch of special kids too. Protect them the best you can and love them, and do your very best every day. Do your very best every day to watch for the bad guys. You have a good day.